Shane Galloway staring at you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure to be standing before you tonight, some of the most influential and powerful men and women of our country. Many of you have come to celebrate the new year with me, harboring some anxieties about the direction that our nation is taking. And indeed, the year 2015 has been an interesting one. It has been a year of historic Supreme Court cases and historic deals with other nations. Yes, the year 2015 has been a time of change, as promised, as have the past 7 years. In fact, the world itself is changing. New technology has brought about an expanding of the global economy as people can connect with each other regardless of geographic boundaries. This is a change that many of you as leaders in the private sector have adopted or have adapted to and profited off of. However, as a nation, meeting this change proves to be a little bit more difficult. Historically, we have enjoyed oceans as national boundaries and strategically isolationist policies. It is important as we undergo this evolution to keep in mind the values that once made America great. The value of the individual, and the value of a free market in which consumer choice and competition lead to innovation and also the evolution of these markets. Now, the new year is generally a time of new beginnings and change for many people. And as a lot of you are gearing up to live better lives this next year than you had the year before, I would like to encourage you to consider some resolutions you think you might have for our nation as a whole. In the year 2016, we will be selecting a new president for our nation, and half of Congress will be up for re-election. It is a year in which it is important that we make responsible decisions, for we, the people, will now set the tone for the next couple of years of American history. That being said, I would like to encourage you all not to fall victim to the specious political arguments that exist on both sides of the party lines, meant to influence the shallow-minded, and also not be blinded by any discontentment for the American political system, blinded to the impotency of some of the alternatives. Once again, it is a time where making responsible decisions as leaders is very important. And with that in mind, I would like to ask you to join me in recognizing the following resolution. Let us, in the year 2016, make good choices and leave the country at the end of the year better than we found it at the beginning. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Happy New Year, and God bless America.